Gentlemen, let me ask you a simple but powerful question. What if restoring your vitality, your energy, and even your potency could begin with something as small as massaging one spot for just 1 minute a day? As we grow older, many men experience changes in energy, strength, and intimacy. These changes are natural, but they are not something you have to accept as permanent. Your body has incredible healing power, and with the right tools, you can unlock it. That's why this message is so important, because small, consistent actions can bring big changes to your health, your confidence, and your relationships. When we talk about potency, energy, and vitality in older men, the first step is to identify the problem clearly. Too often, many men assume that what they are experiencing is simply the normal process of aging and that nothing can be done about it. They notice changes in their bodies, less strength in their muscles, less stamina during the day, and less confidence in intimate moments, and quietly accept it as their new reality. But this way of thinking can be dangerous, because while aging does bring changes, those changes are not meant to strip you of your vitality. What is happening in many cases is not just aging, but a combination of lifestyle factors, poor circulation, chronic stress, and hormonal shifts that go unnoticed until the symptoms become hard to ignore. Identifying the problem means calling it what it is, and that is the first step toward finding real solutions. Another key aspect of the problem lies in circulation. Potency and performance rely heavily on strong, healthy blood flow. As men get older, circulation often becomes sluggish due to factors like sitting for long periods, carrying extra weight, smoking, or even simply not moving enough. Poor circulation means that oxygen and nutrients do not reach the tissues where they are most needed, and in turn, this leads to weaker responses during intimacy. You may notice that recovery takes longer, or that maintaining firmness is not as effortless as it once was. This is not just an inconvenience. It is a clear sign that your circulatory system is under strain, and ignoring it can have consequences for your overall health, including your heart. For many men, the earliest signs of potency problems appear as a subtle decline in energy. You might find yourself more tired in the afternoons, lacking the drive to engage in activities you once enjoyed, or feeling mentally drained even when your day has not been particularly demanding. Energy is the foundation of potency because without energy, the body does not have the resources to maintain strong circulation, optimal hormone production, or responsiveness in intimate situations. When energy is low, the body naturally prioritizes survival functions, keeping the heart, brain, and lungs going over reproductive or sexual health. This is not a failure of your body, but rather a signal that your reserves are being depleted and need replenishing. Stress and emotional strain also play a much larger role in potency problems than most men realize. Chronic stress keeps your body in a state of fight or flight, releasing hormones like cortisol that interfere with testosterone production and blood flow. Over time, this can lead to fatigue, lower desire, and even a sense of detachment from intimacy. Men who carry stress silently, whether from work, family responsibilities, or health worries, often see its effects show up most clearly in their potency. This is not a weakness. It is simply the body's way of telling you that balance must be restored. Hormonal changes, particularly declining testosterone levels, are another important piece of the puzzle. Testosterone is the hormone most closely linked to male vitality, and while it does naturally decline with age, the drop is often accelerated by poor lifestyle choices, lack of exercise, and inadequate sleep. Low testosterone contributes not only to potency problems, but also to reduced muscle mass, weight gain around the belly, and a lack of motivation. Many men dismiss these changes as just getting older, but the reality is that testosterone can be supported and maintained through natural healthy practices if the problem is identified early. When you put all of these factors together, low energy, poor circulation, chronic stress, and hormonal imbalance, the picture becomes clear. The problem is not simply aging, but the way aging interacts with lifestyle and health choices. By identifying the problem clearly, you can begin to see that it is not inevitable, it is not permanent, and it is not a reflection of your worth as a man. It is a call to action, an invitation to care for your body in new and better ways. Many men make the mistake of waiting too long to address these issues, hoping they will resolve on their own. But the truth is, the earlier you recognize and accept what is happening, the sooner you can take steps to reverse it. The daily impact shows up in simple but significant ways. A man who once had the energy to play with his grandchildren, work on projects, or enjoy sports may suddenly feel tired or uninterested. This lack of energy can create a cycle. The less active you are, the weaker circulation becomes, and the weaker circulation becomes, the harder it is to regain stamina. The loss of vitality is not just about what happens in the bedroom. It is about what happens every hour of the day. You may feel less motivated at work, more irritable at home, or detached from the activities that once brought joy. Over time, this can lead to feelings of aging too quickly or losing a sense of purpose. When potency and energy begin to decline, the impact is not only physical, but also deeply emotional and social. This is why understanding the consequences of the problem is so important. Reduced circulation, lower testosterone, and constant stress are not just medical issues happening quietly inside your body. They affect how you live your daily life, how you feel about yourself, and how you connect with others. When the body struggles to maintain strong responses, men often notice changes in confidence. Something as natural as intimacy can start to feel like a challenge, which in turn creates frustration, embarrassment, or even avoidance. What begins as a physical issue quickly ripples outward into relationships and self-esteem. Think of potency as a mirror of your overall health. When it is strong, it means your energy, circulation, hormones, and emotional balance are all working together in harmony. When it declines, it is your body's way of alerting you that something needs attention. Identifying the problem clearly is empowering because once you name it, you can work on it. And when you work on it with consistency and determination, you will discover that vitality does not have an age limit. It only requires awareness and action. The impact also extends to mental and emotional well-being. Men who struggle with potency issues often feel stress, anxiety, or even depression. They may withdraw from their partners or avoid intimacy altogether out of fear of failure. This not only hurts relationships, but also adds more stress, which makes the problem worse. It becomes a loop. Stress reduces potency, and reduced potency increases stress. Breaking that loop begins with acknowledging that this is not just about aging, but about health that can be improved. Your emotional state is directly tied to your physical state, and when one suffers, the other follows. Long-term health is also deeply connected to these issues. Potency is not an isolated function. It is a reflection of your cardiovascular health, your hormonal balance, and your nervous system. If circulation is weak enough to affect potency, it is often a sign that the heart and blood vessels are under strain. This can increase the risk of serious conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, and heart disease. Ignoring the problem of reduced potency is like ignoring the warning light on your car's dashboard. It may not stop you today, but it signals that something important needs attention before it leads to greater damage. Many men do not realize that the same arteries that supply blood to support potency are also the ones that keep the heart healthy. When they narrow or stiffen, both systems suffer. Another overlooked impact is the effect on motivation. When testosterone levels drop and energy fades, many men lose their drive. It becomes harder to commit to exercise, harder to focus at work, and harder to stick to healthy routines. This lack of motivation then accelerates the decline in potency and vitality. It is not just about missing one workout or skipping one healthy meal. It is about slowly losing momentum until the body feels stuck in decline. Recognizing how interconnected these systems are helps you understand why addressing potency is about much more than intimacy. It is about reclaiming your drive to live fully. The truth is, potency is a marker of overall health. When it is strong, it reflects strong circulation, balanced hormones, and resilience to stress. When it weakens, it is a red flag that the body is out of balance. The long-term effects of ignoring this are serious, not just less energy and intimacy, but a higher risk of chronic illness, weaker immunity, and a shortened health span. But identifying the impact is empowering because it shows you why this matters. It is not vanity or a small inconvenience. It is a signal that your body needs support, and the sooner you respond, the greater your chances of reversing the decline. When faced with problems like reduced potency, lower energy, or declining vitality, many men immediately think of complicated medical treatments or expensive supplements. While those options exist, they are not always necessary, and they often overlook the body's natural ability to heal and restore balance. The truth is, your body already has powerful mechanisms designed to support energy, circulation, and hormonal health. The key is to activate them with simple, natural solutions that can be practiced consistently. These solutions do not require a prescription or special equipment. They require awareness, small changes, and a willingness to take care of yourself in new ways. By understanding the real consequences, you can reframe potency not as a problem of aging, but as a guide to better health. Every symptom is a message, and every message is an opportunity to change direction. When you see the impact on daily life and long-term health, it becomes clear that this is not something to accept passively, but something to address actively. Because the truth is, your quality of life, your relationships, and even your future health depend on it. One of the simplest and most effective natural methods is acupressure. This ancient practice is based on the idea that specific points on the body are connected to energy pathways or meridians that influence circulation, stress levels, and organ function. By pressing or massaging these points, you can stimulate blood flow, release tension, and support the systems that keep potency strong. One point in particular, located near the ankle, is known for boosting kidney energy and improving reproductive health. In traditional medicine, this point is seen as a source of vitality and longevity. By pressing on it gently for about 1 minute each day, men can encourage better circulation to the lower body, reduce stress, and promote a sense of calm. It is a small action, but it can have surprising benefits over time. Breathing exercises are another natural and often overlooked solution. Many men go through the day with shallow breathing, which keeps the body in a state of low oxygen and high stress. Deep, slow breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms the body, lowers stress hormones like cortisol, and increases blood flow. Practicing just a few minutes of mindful breathing each day, especially in combination with acupressure, can significantly improve both physical and emotional well-being. It requires no tools, no money, just a moment of focus and commitment to yourself. Nutrition is also a powerful natural tool for restoring potency. The foods you eat directly influence your circulation, hormone balance, and energy production. Diets high in processed foods, sugars, and unhealthy fats contribute to inflammation and poor blood flow, both of which are enemies of vitality. By shifting toward a diet rich in vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats, you provide your body with the nutrients it needs to restore itself. Certain foods, such as pomegranates, nuts, dark leafy greens, and fatty fish, are especially beneficial because they support circulation, reduce inflammation, and balance hormones naturally. Drinking plenty of water is another simple yet critical solution, since dehydration can reduce circulation and energy almost immediately. Movement is equally essential. Potency depends on strong circulation, and circulation depends on movement. You do not need to spend hours in the gym to see benefits. Something as simple as walking briskly for 20 to 30 minutes a day can dramatically improve blood flow, strengthen the heart, and raise energy levels. Exercises that build muscle, such as light weightlifting or resistance training, also help increase testosterone naturally, which supports potency and vitality. Yoga and stretching, though often overlooked by men, are excellent for reducing stress, improving flexibility, and encouraging circulation to areas of the body that are often neglected. Sleep is another natural remedy that cannot be ignored. During deep sleep, your body repairs itself, balances hormones, and restores energy reserves. Without enough rest, testosterone levels drop, stress hormones rise, and energy fades. Creating a consistent sleep routine, going to bed at the same time, avoiding screens before bed, and sleeping in a cool, dark room can make a tremendous difference in restoring potency and overall vitality. Stress management is perhaps one of the most powerful natural solutions of all. Chronic stress is a silent killer of energy and intimacy, and learning how to manage it is essential. Simple practices such as meditation, journaling, or spending time in nature can calm the nervous system and reduce the harmful effects of stress hormones. Laughter, social connection, and positive relationships also serve as natural remedies, reminding the body that it is safe, supported, and ready to thrive. The beauty of these natural solutions is that they work together. Acupressure stimulates circulation, breathing calms the nervous system, nutrition fuels the body, exercise strengthens it, sleep restores it, and stress management keeps everything in balance. None of these require expensive treatments or complicated routines. They are simple, accessible, and within your control right now. By focusing on these natural methods, you not only restore potency, but also build a foundation of health that will support you for years to come. Most importantly, these natural solutions remind you that you are not powerless. Your body is designed to adapt, to recover, and to thrive, even as you age. By choosing simple, natural habits, you are giving your body the tools it needs to do what it already knows how to do, heal itself. And the more consistently you practice them, the more your body will reward you with energy, vitality, and confidence. Practical tips are what make information come alive. because knowing what to do is not enough. You need to know how to do it in your everyday life. The good news is that restoring vitality and potency is not about making huge, overwhelming changes all at once. It is about small, consistent actions that you can begin today, right in the comfort of your own home. One of the simplest practices is the 1-minute massage of the acupressure point near the ankle. To do this, sit comfortably, place one leg across the other, and find the small hollow between your ankle bone and the Achilles tendon. Using your thumb, press gently but firmly in slow circular motions. Do this for about 30 seconds on one foot, then switch to the other. If you breathe deeply and slowly, while doing this, you will feel even greater relaxation and stimulation of circulation. Try adding this practice before bed or first thing in the morning, and it will soon become a calming ritual that boosts both energy and confidence. Another practical step is to bring more movement into your daily routine without turning it into a chore. Walking is one of the most powerful tools for men as they age. A brisk 20-minute walk after dinner can improve digestion, lower blood sugar, and increase blood flow throughout the body. If you can, add simple strength exercises twice a week. Push-ups, squats, or lifting light weights at home are enough to stimulate muscle growth and naturally raise testosterone levels. Remember, the goal is not perfection, it is consistency. Every step, every stretch, every repetition is a vote for your vitality. Breathing exercises are another tool you can put into practice immediately. Set aside just 3 minutes in the morning or evening to practice deep breathing. Sit comfortably, place one hand on your belly, and breathe in slowly through your nose until your belly expands. Hold for a moment, then exhale slowly through your mouth. This type of breathing lowers stress, increases oxygen supply, and helps your body shift into a relaxed state that is essential for potency. If you combine breathing with the ankle massage, you will notice the calming and energizing effects much more clearly. Nutrition plays a major role, and small changes here make a big difference. Start by adding foods that support circulation and hormone balance. A handful of walnuts or almonds as a snack, a salad with dark leafy greens, or a serving of salmon twice a week are powerful choices. Replace sugary drinks with water or herbal teas, which hydrate your body and support blood flow. If you enjoy fruit, reach for berries, pomegranates, or citrus, as they are rich in antioxidants that keep your arteries flexible and your circulation strong. Try to avoid heavy greasy foods late at night, since they not only weigh you down, but also interfere with restful sleep. By making 1 or 2 simple swaps each day, you will notice changes in your energy and stamina.